Hello everybody, we're going to be making a craft today that we send everything. My name is Miss Crystal. I work with Miss Beckett.
And I'm Mrs. Ray, and I work with Mrs. Stephanie Smith.
And I'm Miss Tori, and I work with Miss Schultes.
Now that we have introductions out of the way, what are we making today, Miss Teresa?
We are going to be making our spider handprint, and I sent everything home with my class already.
Okay. And Tori, what supplies do we need today?
Okay, we will need a black piece of construction paper. You will need your orange piece of construction paper. And then we also sent home a baggie. And in your baggie, you will have one string and two little googly eyes that we will glue on our spider later. And then you'll also need that you have in your crayon box at home is your glue stick, your crayons, pencil, and scissors.
All right. So we have everything we need laid out, and you should have everything at home. So the first thing you're going to start with is you're going to fold that piece of paper, and your kits may look a little bit different depending on which teacher got it ready for you. Our class, you're just going to fold it. Everybody's class is going to fold their sheet in half, corner to corner, and if you need an adult to help you with any step, they can help you. And it should be folded like this, just like a little card, okay? Now that you have that part done, you're gonna start with your handprint. And this part is really important too, because you wanna make sure that you're gonna have a spider at the end of it when you open it up, and you're gonna need it to be in one piece. So the part where you're folded, this little crease in the middle, that's where you're gonna put the bottom of your hand to start, okay? And I'm gonna do it like this, do you see? So then it opens up at the top. Put your hand flat down, and you're only gonna trace the 4 fingers. You're not gonna trace your thumb this time, so keep him out of the way.
I used white crayon so you can see to cut it a little bit better, but you will see your pencil, it kind of is shiny.
Yeah, that's a good idea, using your white crayon in your box. And I use my pencil and it is shiny, but that is a great tip. I love it. All right, I think we're ready to cut out our fingers. We have 4 fingers, so how do we use our scissors?
Thumb on top, in the little hole, and either 1, 2, or 3. Depends on how big your fingers are.
I like 3.
And you open, close, and and you have to turn. Remember, we practiced this last week. You turn your paper around like that.
Not your scissor cutting hand.
All right. And you know, us adults have a hard time too, but you know, we manage to do it because can't do anything, so we can.
Oh, we can. Those are 2 sight words we've been learning.
Right.
Awesome. We can cut.
Yeah.
We can cut. And so you're going to do thumbs up, fingers down, open, shut, and that's the way you make a cut.
And this is when you open it up. Oh, there's my spider. Now you're going to decide which is your top and which is your bottom. Some people will do it this way. I'm going to do it this way because it seems like these are smaller. So I'm going to put my eyes at the top here. Okay?
Everyone has their spider ready? Perfect. See? Oh, see? He's cool. He's all legs.
Yeah, so
Mine's the big, fat, fuzzy spider because I have big, fat hands. All right. That's perfect. So now you're going to find a place on your paper where you're going to want to put your spider. And like I said, I have that big, fat hand.
And you can place it anywhere on the page.
actually, I'm going to just put glue right in the crease so mine kind of looks like 3D.
Yeah. And mine is going to kind of hang off of the edge of the paper, and that's okay. But yours probably won't because you have smaller hands. So get your glue stick out, take off that top. Remember, just twist it up a little bit. You don't want to have it sticking out too much. Put that little glue just a little bit. And I'm going to make mine look like he's kind of hanging from a corner.
And Miss Crystal, did you know that spiders are not insects?
No, I did not. I always thought they were insects. I was like, ooh, I don't like any insects. Well, I really don't like spiders, personally.
That's right.
So, do you know what they're called?
Let's see. I think they're called arachnids.
Arachnids, yeah. So arachnids are not insects. Isn't that crazy? And how many legs do spiders have? Do you know?
The reason why we only did our 4 fingers is because they have 8 legs. So when we folded it, when we opened it, we have our 8 legs that spiders have.
That's right. So how many fingers do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10. That's not a spider. And so if you only use these and you take away your 2 thumbs, then how many do you have?
8.
You have 8. That's right. So that's how many legs a spider has. So that's why we only use 8 of our fingers.
And then Miss Tori, I went and kind of pulled my ends up a little bit so that my spider is coming off the page.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Oh, that's really cute too.
Yeah.
I want to do that too.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of want to glue the middle part, then you can go and pull your ends up a little bit.
See, you can be as creative as you want with this craft or any craft that we do. We want to see you put your own personal twist on it. You don't have to do it exactly like us. All right. How about that?
Yeah, because there's no spider that is exactly the same.
No, it's okay. Now we have our string. I think we're ready for this now. We're just going to take our glue stick and you're just going to kind of put where you want that string that spider hangs down from. Do you know what spiders use to hang down from? Have you ever seen them hanging from that clear stuff, Miss Tori? You know
Oh,
what
the
it's called?
web, their web?
Yeah, the web, but then they hang down. And what's that stuff called, Miss Teresa? Do you remember? Or Miss Ray?
Oh my goodness.
It starts with a s, just like the spider. It's called silk. Silk. And there's a really fun, interesting fact about silk. So, silk is this like clear, whitish looking stuff that you see the spiders make their webs out of. It's really hard to see. And so a lot of animals accidentally fly into it and they get stuck. So they make this silk and they make their webs. And when silk comes out of the spider, it is actually liquidy, like water, really sticky. And then when it hits the air, wherever they put it in the air is where it dries, and that's where it gets a little bit harder, which is really interesting, I thought.
Yes.
So we've put a little bit of glue on our paper, and then we put our string on top of that. As you can see, mine's a little bit longer than the paper. I'm just going to use my scissors and snip mine off right at the top there. So as you can see, we've snipped off our little bit of silk at the top, and now we're left with a spider looking shape hanging down off of silk on our paper. All right, our next step. What are we going to do next, Miss Ray?
We're going to either use your white crayon, your black crayon, or your pencil so that you can go back and trace. I think I'm going to use the pencil. 'Cause
I am too.
And then you're just going to kind of do a, like a loop, de loop, loop, de loop, de loop, 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 loop. And then you're going to connect those lines. Well, actually, I guess maybe you ought to do the lines first. Let's do the lines first. And it kind of looks like this. See? Just see the lines? And your spider already has one line. And then you're just going to kind of connect it. Connect. Like that. Some of it you can see, some of it you can't. I'm going to use I'm going to go over my pencil mark. And trace it so that I can go back, and when you bring yours in, it's going to be, I'm going to put glitter on yours.
And remember, every web is different. So yours does not have to be like ours, and your spacing in your webs, they can be far apart or they can be close together.
Yeah. All right, so you're just gonna kind of make that shape of your web and work on that retracing with your crayon, your pencil, whatever you tried to use, whatever you decided you wanted to use on yours. And like they said, it doesn't have to be perfect. So, spiders. There are more spiders than I can count. There's more spiders than I care to see. Every morning I feel like I walk into a spider web. I'm constantly getting them on me when I take a walk in the woods. I'm sure you guys do too. And I found out that there are almost 40,000 different kinds of spiders. 40,000 different kinds. Can you believe it? That's crazy. 40,000 is so many. And that's just different ones. Like there are tons and tons of each one. Oh, they're everywhere. So here we go. This is what you should get, something like that. There's,
And just a little tip, you might want to draw your spider web before you glue it, because as you can see, the middle of mine is kind of not very dark because that's where my glue was. And so I think we learned by doing,
yeah.
and so our little,
And then I chose
Perfect.
white.
I like that because it looks
Yeah.
like the spider web to
So it
white.
looks like the
Ooh,
web.
nice.
But you can
Yeah.
pick any color, just black or white, or just your pencil.
Yeah, now we're going to glue on our eyeballs. So you're just gonna get your glue stick, make 2 little dots of glue on your spider, and then get your googly eyes. And I'm gonna stick them on there and push them down real good.
and hold it for like maybe 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you know what I did? I like the idea of my spider hanging upside down.
Oh, you did.
So I'm
Oh,
putting
yeah,
a
mine's
smiley
facing-
face on him upside down. So here he is, and he's hanging down because he's having a good time hanging down, upside down.
And that's what I've done.
See how they all look different? It's okay. You can't make a mistake,
No,
right?
this is yours. And one
Mhm.
thing you need to do, I forgot to tell you, was to write your name on the back, so that
Sometimes,
you know.
yeah, you can put
Or
your
in the
name
front.
any on the back there when you before you start, or on the back, on the front. As long as your name's on it, you can keep it. So here's my spider.
Mine's just a tiny little spider with a small little smile.
It's cute.
Cute, cute, cute.
Okay, so spiders live on every single continent in the world. That means anywhere you go at any time, you can find a spider. Even in Antarctica, they have spiders there. Isn't that crazy? So we're going to be working on the letter S, and you're going to get your fair share of spiders in kindergarten at some point when you're doing your S's. And you can always remember S is for spider.
Yes. And the one word that I always remember, because I don't like spiders, I don't have fear of them, but I don't like them. But my son does, Mr. Jeremy, you might know him, and it's a phobia, and it's called arachnophobia.
Ooh, arachnophobia. A. It starts with an A, right?
Right.
Arachnophobia. Ooh. All right, so I can't wait to see them. Send them back in whenever you guys finish with them, and we'll hang them up and have a great time.
Have fun.
That's right. Thanks.